Yo, Big Jock, Concrete Chronicle Podcast, man. Concrete Chronicles, man. You know, I'm back on live as I said I would be, coming in, checking with the family. Give y'all a quick little few minutes, man, half hour or so. You know what I mean? My apologies, I wanted to come on a little early. I fell asleep. The days off be something else, man. We be needing them. Definitely. Check my mic out. Can y'all hear me? I see it jumping on in. Wait a few minutes, man. Don't nobody come in. I'm gonna just jump off. I understand. Still on my liquid diet. What's up, homie? I fell asleep. I was gonna come on like a couple hours ago. I fell asleep, then I had to. My lady had to take a trip, so I had to cut the backyard and everything. Okay. Yeah, we here. You know what I mean? I sent you the information, man. Whatever you got planned, just make sure. Did I put my number on there for you too? Did I send you my number? I don't know if I meant to send you my number. If I didn't, I'm gonna jump back on, put that in there, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can connect. You know what I mean? On another note, I gave that name to my man. My man called me this morning. I gave that name to my man, so in like 2 days, it don't take long. You know what I mean? For stuff to flow through the pipeline on that land. My man told me give him 2 days. He gonna hit me back and let me know exactly what's what. I think y'all got a homie there named what did he say? I got you though. I'm gonna send it to you when I jump off. Um, my man said y'all got a homie there was a real notable dude. I think he said his name is Smoke. I think he said his name is Smoke up out of Vegas. Real honorable. He said he messed with him. He said when he mentioned the name to him, because I was talking, they in the same unit. And when I gave him the name, he said Smoke like put his head down, so I can already know when he hit me back, it's gonna be in depth what's really going on. We waiting on y'all, man. All y'all gotta do is come on. You already know. We waiting. I told wifey she out of town right now. She be having to make her little trips. You know what I'm saying? Because she had a restaurant, a food truck home in Jersey too. You know what I'm saying? So she be having to bounce back and forth. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to lay the format down, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on here to inform. I ain't even like if YouTube never give me $1. Like that's why I always say it's the difference between a hustler and a drug dealer. If YouTube never give me $1, which I don't even care about that, I'm gonna always get to the bag because that's what I do. You know what I mean? I get to the money when I'm in these streets. I'm just not getting to it the way that I used to get to it. You feel me? If I would have came home in 7 years getting to it the way I used to be into it, I'd be a multi-millionaire right now. But if I would have got back to it, ain't no telling the way these streets is. If I'd have been back in the can, feel me? These niggas can't hold weight out here. These niggas. I'm saying niggas, Nigga, not nigger, they straight, all kind of stuff. But I'm gonna put my number in there, man, because we done built a personal relationship. You feel me? So way beyond this crap. You know what I'm saying? Like when I be kicking it with the people, I ain't. Y'all already know. Y'all been following me for a while. Like I ain't the regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just something for me to pass the information on so you can use. But friends is family that we choose ourselves. That's one thing I learned up in that land. And that family, right? A relative, that's just blood only make you a relative. Loyalty make you family. And for me not being on here for months and people jumping back on, that's loyalty to me. And that's why I call it the family. You dig it? So I don't mind getting my number out. And a lot of people don't even got my number. I don't even make myself accessible for some people, man. Because some people just ain't worthy of my companionship. You feel me? I know who I am. You feel me? And I just ain't got time for the games people be playing. I ain't put myself in a position to even be subjected to hear lies and all that crap. Because I could care less what the next person got going on. But when somebody got something positive, and I checked that video out that you told me too. I like that. I'm gonna repost it on my page too. My thing, I like to get the permission first. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you know. So as long as you're okay with it, I'm gonna repost that. It deserves to be seen more broader to me. You know, and I ain't got the most followers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just building my stuff up. And I got loyal followers like yourself. So I was on the phone with Wifey, man. Wifey up home in the hood. She's still out in the streets. It's 10 something. I'm like, yo, I got to jump on. I saw people, so I was going to jump on for a minute and kick it. But she cruising through the hood. It's 10 something. She pulling up places. My homies out there. I'm hollering at them over the phone. I'm like, yo, and then they're like, oh, you gotta go get on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna get on YouTube while y'all still in the streets at 30 at night, risking your life and freedom. You know? I'm gonna jump on YouTube and talk to the people and then try to deter them from having to go through the things we gotta go through. Because see, I'm from Camden, New Jersey. Right? And if you know, and you look it up, if you Google it, it's the most poverty-stricken city in the nation. Right? There's nothing there. Right? It's there. Drugs and murder. Right? So a lot of my homies, right, is doing what they gotta do to survive. You feel me? I don't knock nobody for what they do, and I'll be a hypocrite to tell somebody what not to do because I come from there and I was indulged in the same thing, trying to make it. All the people there is trying to do is make it. You feel me? It's not a lot of opportunity there. You feel me? The biggest thing happened is the shipyards opened back up, and you know what I mean. A lot of people were getting jobs on the shipyards, getting that cargo that come in loaded up, and that's a dangerous job. That's more dangerous than being in the street. But, it's bad, man. But I don't knock nobody for what they gotta do to survive. My thing is, man, just use whatever you gotta do as a stepping stone and don't try to make it an occupation, right? Because if you use it as a stepping stone, you can get a couple hours from it. If you know what to do with the money, you can put it towards something to try to let it make money for you. But if you try to make it an occupation where that's your job, you go on a one-way street and nowhere fast. But you know, that's just what's going on there. Ain't too much of nothing. Smoke, my man. Dark. Yo, I got pictures of him. I'm gonna show you like Smoke. He ain't no old head. Smoke, my man. We was together up Herlong out California. Like Smoke is my man. Like, yeah, and my man, him is like tight too. MD3 the sniper. Facing the place. Salute, homie. Yeah, I just jumped on for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get back, man. You know what I mean? Like, we used to have this thing jumping, but we ain't gonna talk about the past. What was in the past is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the career they got for you, it's gonna be yours. And what he don't got for you just never was. You feel me? So I'm gonna jump on, you know what I'm saying? If the people feel my charisma, they gonna start to join, you know what I'm saying? If not, I'm cool with who here. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been here from the beginning, so I'm comfortable with it. You feel me? I don't need no 3, 4, 500,000. I don't need all them people. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with who was here because I know I'm kicking it the family. You did? And that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, I want to try to give up some game on this Airbnb. I never really. My wife is she a thinker too. She got a whole hell of a story too. I'm gonna have to interview her, man. Her story is bigger than some of these dudes that's in the street. My wife is a hell of a come out the city, been through everything some of us men been through. You feel me? Dark skin, not too old. Like, let me see. I was with Smoke in 2012, 2014. Probably was in his mid 30s. Dark skin, bald head. If it is, man, tell him you in touch with Big Jai, you gonna go crazy. He gonna go crazy when you listen. I don't be, one thing about me, I'm modest. I'm a Muslim, you know what I'm saying? So I deal with modesty. But I know who I am. You feel me? Like, and anybody who had dealings with me in the streets or especially in the prisons, because I've been there longer than I've been in the streets, love me to death. If that smoke that I know, and I know his name, I'm gonna text it to you because I got his address in my phone book. If that's him, you tell him you in touch with Big Job from Jersey and watch what happens, man. Like, yo, that's my man. Like, we was out here long. Not Terminal Island. I was in Lompoc. I was in Lompoc too, out California. And one of the officers ended up becoming a lieutenant. He came to Herlong. He caught Smoke in the mess hall. I was like, yo, you know Green? Smoke so thorough. Like, nah, I don't know him. That's my last name. He's like, nah, I don't know him. So he's like, oh, well, you in the unit with him, but tell me whatever he got going on, he need to chill. Tell him it's Big Lou from Lompoc. So I had a job working in the visiting hall and cleaning the officers' lounge. So I was getting all the tobacco, re-roll, all these smoke cigarettes out the ashtray. They had a big ass ashtray. So I'm getting all the re-roll out of there. And I'm rolling. I had my man Reef, shout out to Reef from North. He was rolling everything up for me because I don't know how to roll. So I'm selling re-roll, you know what I'm saying, on the pound. But I got it rocking and rolling. But the captain, he like with it because at this particular jail been a lot of race riots between the whites and the blacks, the Mexicans and the blacks. But it got to a point where he be like, yo, if there's no riots in 30 days, I give y'all a barbecue all you can eat in the yard. So what I do, I'm getting all the tobacco. I let the homies from home and East Coast flip for 2 weeks. And then the next 2 weeks, I get the Indians days. I get the dirty white boys days. I get the Aryans days, the skinheads days, the Serranos days, the Norteños days with the tobacco. So everybody can make money. So it's like I became the link on the pound. So the cap, even though Big Lou was telling me to chill, that's because niggas was dropping slips on, right? When they start dropping them slips on, they try to get you moved. That's because they try to get you out of position so they can get in there and get it in. But the captain was like, yo, keep doing what you're doing because I like the way you got my compound running. It's a difference between being a man and being thorough. That's what he was saying. Like, and he like, I like what you, because this pound was like going up, race riots, this, that. And I calmed it down. And I became the link between all the cars. So if that smoke, he know. Smoke knows something. He was in my unit. He ain't gonna say nothing but good about me. There's one thing, like I told y'all last night, can't nobody jump on here and disgrace me. In no way. In no way. That's why I don't get on here with the rah-rah, none of that crap, talking about prison story. That's one story, but that ain't really was nothing. That's just about getting some money and making unity on the pound. But I don't get on here talking about knifing nothing down, all the gang war. I don't get on here with that. I could talk about that all day. I was in there. I've been around. I've seen all that. I could talk about that. That's not my twist. That I wanted to. I don't want to glorify prison because prison ain't nothing to glorify. You living in a bathroom with another man, smelling his ass, nuts, and feet, and dealing with attitude that you don't know how you're gonna wake up, right? Which is a barbaric situation, right? You gotta wait. You gotta get on the phone. You talk for 15 minutes. You gotta wait 30 minutes, 45 minutes, half hour to get back on the phone. They're only giving you 300 minutes a month, which is 20, 15-minute phone calls, cost you $75, right? Who want to go through that? Who want to go through that? You feel me? Let me get into this comment. Then me and Gangster still rocking. Me and Gangster. Gangster, if you follow him, you already see he went to another level on this. You know me, YouTube ain't paying me. And I'm a little bit different from Gangster. You know, Gangster, whatever, Gangster's a YouTuber. I come on YouTube to deliver a message. I still make a living for my family, right? So that's why I've been hitting and missing with it, but I'm trying to get back, right? But gangster comes to the A to see his folks, and when he comes, we link. You know what I'm saying? He's been to the crib. If you get on my some of my videos, you'll see he came in and was like, yo, I always wanted to be in here. He came in the bunker at here at my new place. Me and my wife moved. We got a nice little spot now. Like I always had a nice spot, but this ain't come from no YouTube. YouTube ain't gave me a dime. But yeah, me and Gangsta still kick it, and he still call me, and I still call him. He still call and ask for advice. He's into what he's into. You know what I'm saying? He moving, he's shaking. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, his lady and my lady still kick it almost every day. Queen Fran, her and my ladies still kick it almost every night. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me and him, we kick it, and then when he get ready to come down to see his folks, he hits me up because what? You know he gonna stay here. You know what I'm saying? Or stay at a hotel close to here, and he ain't gonna get no bodyguards because you know he on that level now where he gotta move with him. But I don't move like that. So when he come down here, we link up and we go out. You know what I'm saying? And we bet. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we still kick it. No, the motto is stay sucker free and stay free. You feel me? Because why? A lot of times, man, dudes be out in these streets. This is what I know for sure. Dudes be out in these streets, right? And they be like doing things to be accepted by their peers. We call them crash dummies in the jail. You know, a stunt dummy. You know, because what? The stunt man got a dummy that does all the stunts for him, or actor, he does all the stunts for him, crash out while he lay back. You know what I'm saying? So we call them stunt dummies, right? So a lot of these dudes out here be like trying to impress and do things, right, for dudes that's really laughing at you. They ain't really with you, they laughing at you, not with you. You feel me? And until you really understand that, you ain't gonna really change your ways because you think that you the star of the show. But actually you the stunt dummy, you're a crash dog. Gonna crash out, right? They using you just for that purpose. So it's like, you know, stay sucker free and stay free, man. Stay away from them suckers. Because them suckers only want somebody to be a crash dummy for them because you know why? They scared to crash and go up on that lane. For real. For real. Because it ain't all fun under the sun. It ain't all cocaine and champagne and the feds. Even all federal with the feds, boom, boom. The feds is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. It's federal, yeah. Somehow, wherever between the lines from it being steak and caviar, it became gladiator school. Somewhere, I don't know where, because when I got there, it was rocking and rolling already. But I heard when my dad was there, golf course, this, that. Yeah, they some pounds got a little putt putt, like Turner had 13-hole putt putt. But guess what? You lose your life in that joint. It's like, if dudes just really understood, man, what they facing playing games in these streets where they ain't really even no break. I know it ain't no money out here for real. Like, all bullshit, all BS aside, right? I'm a real dude. I know, and I don't even like to even say that. But I know people that know people that know people. I know that it ain't no money in these streets. If you get locked up and get a $30,000 bill, 90% of the dudes can't even make a 30,000. 90% of the dudes ain't seen 30,000 in their life. That's hustling right now in the day. That's hustling right now in the day. They don't know what 30,000 look like, let alone 100 bands. 100 bands? Man, these dudes just be rapping, man. A lot of these dudes, they be capping. They be capping. A lot of these dudes be in these streets. Oh, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. What's getting to it to you? $9,000, $10,000? There ain't no money because when you get knocked off, you need $50,000 for a lawyer, $30,000, $40,000 for a bill. That's almost $100K. Dudes ain't even seen that. It ain't even that kind of money out here no more. Why? I could break down why for real. I could break down why, but if I break down why, people might think I'm active. So I ain't gonna do it. But I could break down why the money is not out here like that anymore, for real. The money is not there in the streets. You got corporations going against corporations, and everybody in the hoods got everything. Where before might have been one corporation that had it and flooded the hood, and other corporations was trying to get in. Now you got all these corporations flooding the hoods with anybody's. The corporations are hiring anybody's, right, to represent their name. And these dudes is living off the rack. Run off on a plug. This, that, and the third. So now what? Dudes, you know what Biggie said? Y'all remember the 10 crack commandments? Strictly for live men, not for fresh men. Because they gonna want their money, rain, sleet, hell, snow. So if you ain't got the clientele, say hell no. That's real rap. Real rap. But these corporations are hiring anybody to represent their company. So the hoods are flooded, and it's everybody got what everybody got. So now there's nothing in demand. Plain and simple. To get money, it got to be a supply and demand. Everything that's in demand is at hand by several different kinds of people from all these corporations that's hiring anybody. It wasn't like that when I was out in the streets. Corporations was very, very distinct of who they hired to represent their company. But now they just so desperate they hiring anybody. And they don't care if they take the losses, they're gonna kill you and your family if you mess it up. But these dudes don't even see that far because they're listening to that rap music. Going off on a plug. Corporation to give you anything, you tell them that you can I'm trying to look for a word. Anything that you tell the corporation that your company can move, they're gonna give you. But when you F it up, because these corporations want to know about everything about you, they want to come get somebody you love. But let me tell you how selfish these dudes is. That's why the game is over. These dudes so selfish that they don't care. They give the corporations all their information and don't care if their mom even get knocked off behind their selfishness because they don't have no intent to really pay the corporation their money. It's dangerous out here, man. It's sad, it's dangerous. And that's why I encourage the people that I kick it with to make a change. Make a change, man. Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing at the end of the block but a brick wall. The harder you mash the gas, the faster and harder you hit it. You feel me? D-Nice. Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. Just giving up some game, telling them how this game is over. You know what I mean? How D, you know the shit. Remember back in the day how corporations only mess with certain people because of the supply and the demand? The corporations didn't mess with everybody like they mess with everybody today. They giving everybody whatever the corporation is about, they giving it to everybody, so everybody got it. So that makes the supply and the demand down. Real corporations, back when we was coming up, don't want the supply to be down. They want the demand to be up. So they only picked and choose who they hired into the corporation. And that's what I was saying. Nowadays, anybody can get tied with a corporation. And this is why the game is messed up, because the supply and demand is down, because everybody got what everybody got is in competition with everybody. Because every corporation is trying to outdo each other, right? Y'all watch all this. Y'all watch YouTube. Y'all see what's going on. Kensington. We from Camden, New Jersey. We from Jersey. We live across the bridge from Philly. If y'all watch these tapes about Kensington, y'all see they talk about zombies, walking dead, this, that, and the third. That's what's going on our side, because we right there. So the corporations are right there. So whatever's going on across the blue is going on our side. But these corporations are hiring everybody, so everybody's in competition with everybody. So there ain't no money out here to be made because everybody got the same thing. Why would you want to put yourself in the rat race? That's called the rat race. What? Not a rat as in hot, like a rat. That's called the rat race. Like everybody got everything and we're doing all the same thing. Why would you want to be into that when at the end of the day, the corporation gonna give you a certain amount of time to have a break, and they don't want to hear nothing about why it's not there. Straight up. This is what I know for sure. This is what I'm telling you that I know for sure that I know. They want their money at a certain amount of time, and you better have it, and they want no excuses about, oh, well, this was out here the same as what I had, and they don't want to hear that, because once they put it in your hand, you're responsible for it. And like Biggie said, the game is strictly for live men, not for fresh men. Because if you ain't got the clientele, say hell no. They gonna want their money, rain, sleet, hell, snow. You feel me? Straight up, that's real. Biggie was a real one. I had the honor of meeting that man personally, man. My man had a club called Escapes. And when Biggie and them was coming up, they did their first show in my man club in Camden. My big homie that raised me. Shout out to Luke Cummins, man. He's still doing this thing. One of the biggest club promoters. Got Wilson's, got the Yard in Camden, helping Essie's, my homie. I mean, I don't want to say his name, but his club and bar, helping Essie and all that. My big homie that raised me. My big homie call me every day, make sure I'm good. And a lot of my posts that I put up on my page on Concrete _Chronicles on Instagram. My big dog that raised the real one. A lot of the, you know what happened with this the generation under us? Well, not even the generation under us, it's the generation under the ones under us. They ain't had no big homies to raise them. Why? Because a lot of us was in prison, right, doing these long sentences, and our big homies moved on because they was so live that they used their money to start businesses and left everything after us to who was coming up later. So that's why they so all messed up out here, killing over coochie, throwing rocks at the glass house for crumbs, spinning up their profit before they turn in the money to whoever they supposed to turn it into. Like the game, that game crazy, because if you play that game, right, you say you get out here, you thinking this, you come home, you running a little bit late, right, you did some time, you put something in one of these dudes' hands. This is what I'm telling you. This is for y'all coming home thinking y'all can play the game again. These dudes are going to spend their profit before they pay you, right? And then they got to get all yours in straight paper. How are they going to do that? Then what's going to happen is now that mentality going to kick in on you. Who they trying to play me? I've been away. Who don't know who I am? Then you're going to have to kill somebody. Then you're going away for the rest of your life. While something you really had no business getting into because you ain't really know what was going on no more because times changed. Dog. These times changed out here, man. It ain't what it used to be. I know a lot of my homies are working men now. Because like I said last night, that paycheck is guaranteed. You ain't got to look over your shoulder for it. You ain't got to knock nobody off for trying to play on your intelligence or play your manhood about it. It's easy. I know I'm going to get paid every Thursday, Friday, or every other Thursday, Friday, right? I'm going to get me a check, right? And I ain't got to worry about the police. I ain't got to worry about HIDTA, or, that's high intense drug task force we got in Jersey, or, they call up different things in different places. I ain't got to worry about them people. I ain't got to worry about getting pulled over. They put nothing in my car. Where you going? I'm going to work. I got a certificate. I got my badge on for my job, whatever. I'm going to work, man. I ain't out here. I used to feel so good. I used to get pulled over. I used to have my Rucker badge on because I'm known. I'm known in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been through some shit. You know what I mean? They used to pull me over, and then when I came home, I don't know if people thought that I was trying to, because I started going back around my way. So I didn't know if they thought I was trying to open up or whatever. They was getting me pulled over. I was getting pulled over. But look, I'm working for Rutgers University, right? For a couple years. But I got my badge on. I ain't got no somebody reported I had a gun on me one time. They pulled me over, took us all out of the car. And I felt so embarrassed sitting on the sidewalk because like I just did 20 years in prison. Like what I look like as a grown man, wearing my beard, sitting on a curb like a young boy, like, and I was explaining that to the cop, but these young cops don't get it. But y'all wasn't even in the city when we was coming up. But Mustache pulled up, one of the cops that was in the city that I know personally that locked me up as a young boy. And he was like, "What's going on?" Called me by my name. I said, somebody must have told you people I had a gun. They're like, "Man, Green is not even active no more. Man, I know him personally. That man worked for Rutgers now." But when you known in the city, the police know you. This is what they do. They take time to find out really what you really doing too, right? What you really doing, especially if you was playing on another level, what you really doing, because if you are active again, they're gonna get in your mix, and they got so many rats out there, you going back to jail. That's one thing these dudes coming home from jail don't even dig or understand. They ain't letting nobody that had a name once come home, get in the mix, and be successful. You going straight back to jail, straight back, fast. You're what you say, D? Facts. That's why the streets is over, bro. Man, you know what's up. You know what's up. And for y'all that don't know what's up, y'all always know when he come on, I say that's my brother for real. You ain't gotta be blood related to be brothers. I told you, blood only make you a relative, loyalty make you family. Him right there, that's my brother. We've been together for a long time. We know each other for a long time. He knew when I got in the street. I know when he got in the street. But when he got in the street, I felt a little bad. I felt a little bad because it's like, that's my bro. So I used to always make it my business to try to check on him. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel that he needed to be in the street. But everybody come and do what they need to do as a man when they need to do it. Well, he know what's up. He was out there for real in a part of the city where a lot of people can't even go. He was out there out north. And a lot of people in our city know what's up. They can't even go out north. And made a name for himself. And reputable. An honorable man. And I'm proud of him for that. I hate to say I'm proud of him for that, but that's just my other side when I be speaking about that. Because it's hard. A lot of people come in the hood and get in the mix and don't be honorable and don't make no name for themselves, right? He made a name for himself in a part of the city where there's a lot of death, a lot of cross out and death. So I take my hat off to him, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, why I take my hat off to him? Because he a family man, take care of all his kids, he worked and still play his guy's little cars with the brand. Hey, yo, D. I remember when you pulled up in front of my grandma's and your Monte Carlo with the big firms. Hey, yo, I was like, look at D. Like, but you know what that come from? That's like, damn, look at my man and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know what you come from. You feel me? And you know what I come from. You know me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are getting to know. They only know what's on here. But you know me. For real. You know who I am. You know what I represent. You know everything I've been. You know everything I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Because you're closer. Even if you didn't, even if you wasn't, if you made it's your business to know what I've been through because of our relationship. You know my life. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these people, when you get on here, a lot of people get on here and just be rapping. They just, well, I'm gonna say capping. A lot of people come on here just capping, for real, capping. Ain't really been through it. Ain't really put no work in, right? D, tell him, I'll fight a nigga before I shoot a nigga. I'll shoot you till you catch on fire back in my day. But I done knocked niggas out and took their guns from them. In the wit, say la vie, talking to town. I done knocked dudes out, took their guns from them. I'd rather fight you than knock you off because I went away when I was young. I already know you going to jail. I ain't really never want to go back to jail. I always had that in my mind. So I'd rather fight you. So I've always been known in my whole Cal, he gonna knock you out. He gonna knock you out straight up. One hitter quitter. But I've always been known for that. But I put not now. I mean, all praise to God. I changed my ways in life. I paid for my mistakes. The things that they attributed to me as for people losing their life, I took them to trial. You know what I'm saying? And beat them. You know what I'm saying? My drug cases, unfortunately, I didn't beat. I did 20 years for them. I paid my time to the debt to society. I don't want no smoke. I don't get on here beefing with nobody. I know who I am, though. And I ain't going for nothing. So that's why I don't get on here with the riffraff. But my homie know, too. You know what I mean? Because that's my real homie right there. That's my real homie. I mean, for real, like we come up. Remember when we got in trouble for eating all the cookies up that night? Like I remember that stuff. D, I ain't never forgot nothing. You know, you closer to me even than some of my brothers on 24th Street, dog, because we come up way before that time, way before anybody thought about getting in the street. We was kids still in school, spending the night over each other's house. This is when we was coming up. So I'm always gonna be close to you. You always know that. You always know that. And don't never forget that, dog. Like for real. If I ain't never told you that. No, for real. Like I always held you close to my heart for real. You know what I mean? That's a real rap. And this is what I was talking about last night, D. A man can't call himself a legend. The people gotta anoint you that. The people gotta anoint you that. I could say that all day. I know who I am, and I know that. You know, I for real know it. But I'm never gonna say, "Oh, I'm a legend in these streets," or "I'm a legend in the prisons." And what I'm gonna say is this: my name Platinum up on that land, up in them feds. You ain't gonna meet nobody that been in them feds. The times I was in there that don't know me. And I don't care where you from, what state you from. I've been in 13 different joints, and everybody know Big Job. Everybody. If they don't, they ain't been where they supposed to been. They've been in some lows and meetings. Up on that land, everybody know me because I play fair. I'm a real honorable man. I give the utmost respect, and everybody who ran with me, my team, Big Poe, from Heavy Conversations podcast and all that. Follow him. Jazzy from out Cinnamon. All my homies that been with me are reputable men and honorable men, and they know when they got with me, like I've been away, I'm still the same as I was in the street. I ain't no big eyes or no little U's. No, yeah, or they say, well, you the head of the car, whatever yeah, only because I say no, I ain't the head of this car. I might represent it at a board meeting with the other heads because I know how to talk, right? Because men always want to be able to talk and resolve things because we already know what it's going to be. If it's going to get into some gangster stuff, somebody's going to die. Who want to really die? Don't nobody really want to die, especially in prison. You know what I mean? Where you ain't going to see your folks no more. So a man is always going to be a rationalist, talk. And I'm good at that. So that's why all the homies always anointed me as the representative of the car. It never was no, always told him it ain't no heads of this car. I'll represent us at a meeting amongst the heads of the other cars, yeah. But it ain't no heads of the car. You know what I mean? Or or you can have it. Remember in Mobsters when Lucky Luciano told Al Capone, "I don't want it. You can have it, Al." Like when they was making the balls of bosses, that's how I am. Like I don't really want that responsibility, but we need somebody that's gonna be able to talk to keep us from crashing out. Because at the end of the day, we all want to make it home alive, not your family coming to pick you up in a body bag. Feel me? Because that's the reality of what's going on inside the joints. Michael Brooks, is that the brother from 15th in York? It ain't no 15th in York. In our, it ain't no 15th in York in our city, but he definitely from out north. It ain't no 15th in York. I ain't never heard of it. It's a fifth in York, a fourth in York, a third in York, but there's no 15th in York. But D is def. Oh, you might be thinking over North Philly. We from Camden, dog. We from over other side of the blue. We from the other side of the blue. I believe D, you was on like Eighth and Elm, if I ain't mistaken, right? Or you was around Elm area, right? If I ain't mistaken. Oh, I know I seen you in front of from the meat store one day. But I don't, I ain't really get into. I seen you around that area, around Ninth area. But I don't know. And then we don't got no 50 York. That's over Philly. We from Camden. But York is down more. Now I know he probably traveled through North because I remember when he first came out there, he was around like around the area where I thought around Fayette area. But I went away. You know what I'm saying? I had one to get some time. And he was still out there in the street maneuvering and becoming who he was becoming. You know what I mean? Yeah, can Italian Bully, you made it in the place. And you know I was only gonna stay on here for 30 minutes, but I got in my little groove, so I started, you know what I mean, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, 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 nah. Oh yeah, because he got North Side D nice. Oh nah, we from over the blue, dog. We from Camden, like you know what I'm saying. And it ain't you on here, man. But like we already know it ain't no disrespect. 'Cause we don't like one thing. I'm just getting back, and I don't even carry this channel for that. Like we on here, we kicking it as a team. You dig? Like I don't I don't like to get into the riffraff, the trolls, and all that shit that be coming through the comments and all that. Like I ain't got that now. Like I had that shit. I had all that crap before, but like we on here as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like you asking the question, you trying to figure it out. So that's when you said 15th, I was like, oh, we talking about over Philly because my pop, my whole family on my pop side is from Philly. My pop from 22nd and Diamond. So I know the North Philly side. So I was like, oh, he's talking about 15th and York. That's up north. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that's why I corrected it. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like all my whole dad side of the family, my cousins, my brothers, all them over Philly, West Philly, down the bottom. Like my baby brother from the bottom, you know what I mean, 42nd Street and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know all about what's over the blue. Mm-hmm. Fat Daddy, you know. Fat Man, whatever his name was. Fat Man, me and Fat Man was down locked up together. Him and his little brother was from them projects right there. What he said? That's how I speak. I was groomed in the mountains in the 90s when them coasts wasn't clear. Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely feel you, dog. Definitely feel you. Definitely feel you. You know what I mean? But yeah, like we ain't gonna be on here like my thing is like, yeah, a lot of us come from a very trying background. And I say a lot of us come out these streets. But my thing, man, on my platform is I be trying to give out some like let's elevate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? My thing is more or less like we all know how to get money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people on my platform been in the game, been in the streets, you know what I'm saying, been to prison. You know what I'm saying? So one thing we already know is how to get money. We master marketers. Like I said yesterday, what we do. Y'all know what we do. If the block up the street got one size bag or cap, we get the bigger size. If they got cut on theirs, we leave ours raw. I ain't never played with no cut. I always left everything I did raw. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like we master marketers, man. It ain't nothing that we can't conquer as men. You feel me? Because especially if you've been in the street, you dig? Because look, how many times we started up a block from nothing? I started up blocks from nothing. I'm sure some of us on here started up blocks from nothing. I'm talking about nothing like it might be something going on around you, right? But you step off to around the block and catch the stragglers, 300, 200. That ain't the money you used to making when you was down the block where it was going on, 2,000, 3,000 a day. But you stepping off trying to create your own thing, 300, 200. But you know the curriculum of what's going on down there we used to be. Oh, they using this size bag. Oh, they putting this on it. So now what you do? I'm not putting no cut on it. I'm gonna make my bag bigger. So now what your shit do? $1,000 a week, 1,500 a week, 2,000 a week, 5,000 a week, 10 bands a week. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is apply that same skill to your legal hustle, right? I got the restaurant industry. That's my wife's business. I work for her. I ain't ashamed to say that. Yeah, I work for my wife. I help build her brand. So I work for her. What I'm doing, right? I got a cleaning company down here, and I thought about it like the game. I'm gonna start it with 20 bands. Every 3 months, I'm gonna buy more contracts until I got $100,000 a month cleaning company. Okay, I did that. Okay, now I'm jumping off into this Airbnb thing. My wife been put it in my head. She's a master thinker. I'm a master thinker too. I'm going to get misconstrued. But she always thinking. Women, follow your women's advice, man. Because these women be out here. What I learned since I've been home, these women are winning more than dudes, dog. These women are out thinking dudes now, right? And you know what dudes used to be like? Oh man, you know, Ben John, you got it, man. You go out there, cut up like a Greek god. Woman gonna take care of you. Let me tell you, man, my girl used to get her income tax. I used to take it. Nigga, you was a clown. You a clown. Like a real dude, I don't want nothing from no bro. I feel crazy when my wife buy me an outfit. Like, yo, we ain't gotta do that. Like, but that's the era I come from. A real man, we don't want nothing from no woman. We trying to take care of our women. But they out thinking these dudes. Why? Because somewhere between, I don't know what happened, man, with this music and the generation, with the getting high and get what you can off of everybody. The women start winning more than dudes out here. And I've witnessed it. And I witnessed dudes coming in talking about, yo, I'll be taking my girl's income tax check. Yo, I drive her car when she at work. I stay home and play the game. I still ain't learned how. I don't got no games. I know what I play. Word search on the phone. I don't got no PlayStations. I don't know how to play them. I owe my grandson a PlayStation 5 for making all A's and B's. I didn't even know that thing cost $500, right? I'm glad that it ain't 2 bands like my co-defendant said it was going to be. You know what I mean? But I owe him PlayStation 5 because he brought his grades up and called me, and I forgot that I told him. Like, he called me the other day, like, Grandpapa, I got all A's and B's. I owe him that. I'm going to get him that because all I got is my word as a man. I stand on it. And as a man, you should stand on your word, right? But I don't know what happened, man, with these dudes, with these women take care of them. But, man, listen, a man, you gotta get to your own bag. Like, so now I had a house next door to my old house. Like I said, we moved. This is a whole new crib. But at my old house, the people next door to me turned it to an Airbnb. Wallahi, that mean like, on God, I have never seen it empty a day in 6-7 months straight. So I said, yo, I got to get into it. My wife already been set, right? So God willing, I'm gonna purchase my first one next month, right? It's several ways you can do it, dog. Like you could buy, you only ain't gotta buy. Don't you know a single wide trailer costs from 20 to 30 grand? An acre of land, I don't know in certain states. I'm in Atlanta. It's 8,000. You buy an acre of land, 8,000. Buy a trailer for 20,000. Put it on the land. Turn it into an Airbnb. Charge 160 a night. Now my thing is, I've been on a different level in the game, so I'm thinking big. I said I'm going to buy an acre of land. I'm going to put 6 double wide trailers on it and make them all Airbnbs, right? And then in 6 months, I'm going to buy another acre of land. I'm going to put 6 trailers on it and start a community. And I'm going to start doing that every 6 months. An acre of land, 6 trailers. An acre of land, 6 trailers, and renting them out. That's a hustle. That's flipping. That's thinking, using what you learn in the street in the game and applying it to real life to make a living for yourself. And this is what I like to promote. You feel me? Fat Man, yeah. Man, Fat Man was down Lakeland together. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I know him and his bro. I know you know him. You said you was there. Yeah, for real, Mike. Yeah, dudes be wanting to prey on these women. I ain't never been that. I don't want no woman to do nothing for me. I feel less of a man. I pay all like a man. Like I want to pay all the bills. Like I don't I don't give a f how much bread my lady make. I'm paying all the bills, every bill, car notes, insurances, mortgages. I'm paying it all. Like because that's what a man's supposed to do. You feel me? Some dude, I don't. It ain't even nothing to even talk about. Trey Moore, hey yo, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Yo, that's a big one right here. My people's coming back, man. That's big. Let me see what you talking about. I got super chat, but look, I don't even know how to work half this crap. And then YouTube just took my monetization for some reason. I don't know because when you on here, and I ain't even been on here. You remember when we was on here? But I'm glad you back, and I want you to know too that I'm back. I'm gonna be on here. I'm trying to come on at least 3-4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Cut your notifications on because I'm definitely coming back on so we can kick it, get into place, talk about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got the super chat. I had filtered out. They like took a lot of stuff from me. I don't. I you know what it seemed to me. If you on here talking about how you was in the prison killing, stabbing, hustling, they let you blow. But if you on here giving out a message, stay away from that crap. Echo the law. This is what you facing. They take you through the changes, which I don't even care because I don't even care about if they pay me or not. I don't care about that. I'm gonna push what I'm pushing, right? Because I've always been a real dude. Like I don't give a f. Man, and they could take me off of here. I'm gonna just buy me a Hulu channel or something, be on TV for real. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't even care about what they talking about or what they doing or paying or none of that. Like they can have like my thing is connecting with the people and giving up the message. You feel me? Giving you some news you can use. You feel me? I feel you, Mike. I'm monetized, but they said I didn't put some UL. I don't know that. I'm waiting. I had my daughter. I ain't computer literate or nothing. All this crap is new to me. I got this whole studio. I don't know nothing. My daughter, she hooked it up. She's supposed to be sending me something. So I was monetized though. You know what I'm saying? But We got a Trey Moore. We got the restaurant up and going, dog. The restaurant. I told y'all I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't. The restaurant is doing fine, man. Lord bless us, dog. You know what I mean? The restaurant is jumping. You know what I mean? Like, it's the best move we ever made, man. It's doing great. That's because you come from the cloth I come from. I checked you out today, bro. I said, bro, my age. Like, I already know. You know what I mean? We the same age. We in the same age group. So when I checked you out today and what you saying now, I already know what's up, man. You know what I mean? Because we come from that era. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if they took my AdSense. They took all my ads off my off my off my post. My super chat. I remember filling out for it, but I don't know how I cut it on. You know what I mean? But I don't even care. You know what I mean? On some real stuff. If anybody wanted to donate something to the channel, but I don't even see. My thing is like it's so much going on this internet, and people talking about people saying donate to the channel. I don't even put my cash app on here, bro, because I don't want nobody to listen. We gonna rock and roll regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like we in the building, man. You know what I mean? And I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I don't want nothing from nobody, man. Like everything I ever got in my life, man, came hard to me. You feel me? Like everything I got in my life, I had to go get it. And everything that happened to me in life happened hard. As a juvenile felon, did 2 years when I should have only did 6 months. Then I went to the state for 4 years when I only should have did 18 months. And I went to the feds, and at the end of the day, when I fought my case and finally got back in court after 20 years and 8 months, they told me I should have only did 12 years. On top of that, they left my supervised release intact, which was 8 years. And when you in the feds, you come home, you doing good. You only got to do half of your supervised release. If you got 5 years, you do 2.5 years. You got 3 years, you do like 1.5 years. I got 8 years. I should have only did 4. I've been home 7 years on supervised release. I get off next year. I did the whole 8. So I ain't never had nothing come easy to me. You feel me? But for some reason, because of the magnitude of my case or whatever, they might have thought that they was going, because I did 21 years. Who comes home after 21 years and makes it, really? The statistics is low. You feel me? They might have thought, he don't know nothing but hustle. Then I'm a thinker. I'm a hustler. Y'all got that right. I ain't no drug dealer. I was a drug dealer, but I'm a hustler. Like I'm gonna find me a lane to get me some money. Like I ain't gotta sell dope to get the money. I'm a hustler. But that's what y'all didn't know. And y'all thought I was gonna come home and be the statistic and not be the recidivist. Now y'all thought I was gonna go back. Oh, he did 21 years. He gonna go back. He gonna have a life sentence. Absolutely not. I'll do this whole 8. Y'all gonna let me off, and I'm gonna continue on my life. But when I get off, I'm really gonna show y'all something. Because I'm being moderate right now because y'all still tripping, right? Because the house I was in, y'all had a problem with that. And then me being home 7 years, moving into this house, y'all got a definite problem with this one, right? What are you doing? Y'all know what we doing. We got a restaurant. We got restaurants in Jersey. We got a cleaning company. I'm doing Airbnb. We got a food truck. I got a whole online business where I sell appliances. What do you mean what we doing? I gotta be selling drugs to live like this? I gotta be selling drugs to live in a $500,000 house? Huh? Wait till I get off. I'm gonna have $1 million house. 2 million. But I know y'all on my D, so I ain't do it yet like I wanted to. Straight up. But wait till I get off next year, September. I'm gonna show them. I'm glad you still be on my IG. That's one thing I say about my follower. One thing about me, this is what I know for sure. One thing about me, I ain't even gonna say about me. One thing about a real dude, When the people it's your aura that people connect to, right? I didn't even have to come on here, right? Because my aura, me being real and people recognizing it and feeling it, allowed y'all. It made you follow me on my Instagram because that's where I was more active at. I wasn't even on here. I kind of lost my confidence on here. Like I wasn't even messing with YouTube, right? Because I'd be like, damn, you got so many people on here talking this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But my thing is like everybody talking whatever they talking. A lot of people ain't even solidified to be talking. A lot of people being called out as frauds on here too. There's a lot of internet people. But like I said yesterday, I ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't gotta worry about nobody calling here saying I'm a fraud, I'm a rat, I'm a sucker, I'm a B. I ain't never he was getting this in prison. Never that. I ain't never ever got to worry about that. From the state to the streets to the feds. I ain't never got to worry about that. And I'm not really proud of that. I'm not really proud of that. But when you solid and you really are solid and thorough, that's just you. I don't have to worry about that because I'm who I am. I'm not proud of it because why? My babies is 33 and 34. I got 5 grandkids. I didn't see my baby start kindergarten, graduate high school, graduate college. I came home, they was grown with babies. So I'm not proud of that. I'm not ashamed of who I am, and I wouldn't change my life, right? For nothing or nobody, nothing about my life would I change because why? Everything that I've been through, the Creator put me through it to make me who the person I am today, to maybe save somebody else's life from having to go through it. Because real recognize real. Real recognize real. So maybe somebody come on, and I get a lot of inbox, especially on YouTube, on my Instagram. I get a lot of inbox. Dudes want to talk, dudes asking me for advice. And I love that. I love to be able to give back, right? Because I wasn't able to reach out to nobody real to give me nothing. So I had to go through everything by trial and tribulation. Just like the most of us here. You feel me? Bro, Trey, I don't know when I'm gonna say I'm winning when I'm bringing in 6 figures a month. I ain't doing that yet. But once I start this Airbnb and community, like I got plans in my head, and when I put something in my head, dog, I'll make it happen. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it by all means necessary. Next year, this time we be on here, I'm gonna say, Trey, I'm winning. Feel me? But my thing is like, I don't like to even keep gaining myself. That's why last night, tonight, I gave it up. I gave you ideas on what to do, how to go get some money. Like, like I don't harbor no information. A lot of niggas would be suckers and be trying to keep stuff to themselves. Like, who go? Somebody like, yo, why you talk about your Airbnb and how you can get this, that, and man, I want the people, if they can get it, to get it. The same way I'm gonna get it. I ain't trying to harbor nothing. Let's get it. Because I'm in this state, you in that state. Make it happen. Make it happen. It's enough bread out here for everybody. I'm out here today, dog. That's what's wrong out here today. Everybody on that selfish crap, man. Worry about they self. Worry about not letting the next man get up. I ain't never been like that. I ain't never. Even when I was in the streets, man, I gave. You know why I'm reputable in the street for real. And this is real rap. I gave dudes chances that niggas was scared to give the chances to. Stick up boys, niggas who had names to be stick up boys, Brody boys, take your stuff. I gave them the chances, right? I never was worried about nobody Brody and me, robbing me, or none of that. Like I ain't gonna worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Because real recognize real. That's why. Real recognize real. And when you give them type of people chances, they be the most loyal to you. Because nobody give them chances. You know why? I wasn't never in the equation or none of that. But nobody never gave me a chance. You know why? I'm giving y'all something that I ain't give y'all before. I was a wild dude. I was in the bars, knocking shit out, drinking all crazy, gunning stuff down, but I was always buying my work. Let me tell you something that my man told me when I was 18 years old. He said, man, I would love, he was giving whatever you buy, he was fronting you. He said, man, I would love to put you in a position. You buying 5 joints. I was buying 5 pieces. And you know, that's not a lot. It was a lot then, because them joints was only 18,000 a piece back then. I was buying 5 at that age. He said, man, I can't even give you 5 more because I don't know if you're going to get killed or kill somebody and go to jail. But I'm going to give you a good price. So when they was 18.5, I was getting them for 17. I ain't going to hold you. So that he was blessing. Right? But, man, this is crazy. Life be crazy. And I don't even like to talk about glorify that crap. Because you know, at the end of the day, that shit got me 2 decades in prison. And I missed out on a lot. You feel me? I missed out on a lot. I went in a young boy, I came home this way, old man, straight up. I know I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? But listen, we've been on here a whole hour. My wife probably going crazy because I gotta pick her up from the airport in a couple hours. She gotta go there like 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And fly in. And I told her I was only gonna jump on for a half hour. Man, listen, I jumped on. I'll be back on tomorrow. Again, cut your notifications on because I'm off tomorrow. Our shop is closed Monday and Tuesday. I'm coming on a rack with y'all, straight up. I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate y'all checking in. We're gonna build it back up. Y'all know my motto: stay sucker free and stay free. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know where we at with it, man. When y'all come to the A, make sure y'all come check me out, man, so we can bust it up and have something good to eat that way.